All right, this is the last video of the day, which is an advertisement, of course, because I'm going to be hanging out with Paul from the Come On Man podcast, and we're gonna be free. We're gonna bum around. Why? Because we got our financial act together. For the most part, I would say if you're a regular tuner inner of my materials, you do not need this course, which is linked down below. But if you're new or you're just starting out with your finances, or I guess more importantly, if you still want to buy a fancy car, I think that would be the way, whether you've tuned in or not, whether you're a long time tuner in or not. If you still have the urge to buy a fancy car and get some fancy clothes, and you still don't got your financial act together, I say unto you, use this weekend to get your financial act together. That's Diamond Joe Quimby doing JFK. Listen to how they talk. That's how President Kennedy talked. Use this weekend to get your financial act together for the low price of $99. Like, well, that's a lot of money. You were going to blow way more than $99 this weekend. And I will say one thing about this course. One thing. It's short too, so it's not like 10 hours. I think it's an hour and a half. You can sit and watch in one thing. Of all the products and things and writings and the books that I've done, this is the most direct, efficient, quick, doesn't beat around the bush, direct way to get you into the mentality to get on the right path to get your financial act together. I mean, we all know spend less than you make. That's one thing. That's why I offer a class on minimalism, because it's way harder than that. But this one, which is a supplement course to the minimalism course, this just rockets you like, hey, hop in the jet Mach 4. Here we go. Boom, you're done. And it'll give you like, oh, maybe that's the swift kick in the ass that I needed to kind of like realize what finances are for, how to manage my finances and all that. The managing of finance, that's been since the Italian monks back in 500 AD, after the collapse of the Roman, maybe it was a little bit after that. But for thousands of years, we've known how to do accounting. We know what a budget looks like. It's like getting the human brain to like, oh, is that how it works? Yes. So this weekend, look, you ain't going to go to church, right? Church is a 2-hour endeavor, half an hour to get there, half an hour to get back, half an hour to say, oh God, the thing that's in the book, Phil, lots of hymns. Ba, 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 collect the plate goes on. Just, you're going to not even take that much time. And it'll better serve you than church. Unless there's a good pastor out there. Links. The link is down below. Yeah, in description. Let me see if I can put it in. I'll try and put it in the chat room here. You know how YouTube is about putting links in places. Okay, looks like it took. I put it in the chat. There it is. If you just want to search for it, search the Cleary School of Economic Philosophy. And the title of the class is Achieving Financial Excellence. All right. And just so you know, the Cleary School of Economics, that's through Teachable. So it's all on. I mean, I can search Aaron Cleary Teachable. You'll land on my page at Teachable. There's only 2 courses being offered, only one of which is open for enrollment right now. And that's the Financial Excellence course. So why don't you do that? Instead of spending $100 on booze and parking and cover charges and girls who ain't going to sleep with you. Come on, look, you're gonna spend all that money on this girl who has no intention of sleeping with you, none whatsoever. You're just gonna buy her a meal instead of buy yourself financial freedom. I ask unto you, is it worth spending $100 and $20 with tip on that girl's dinner, or is it worth only $100 to you for financial freedom? And there's the answer. Why are you guys donating money? Why am I getting super chats on this? How? I'm just plugging my stuff right now. Me, Mike, for $5. I ain't worried, AA Ron. Daddy government will bail me out. Now back to my 5 baby mamas in cannabis sativa. What is sativa? This Taco Bell job ain't paying me enough, man. Imagine the life of that person. That's the life. That's life. If the people who don't get their act together, that's the life they live. Like, oh my God, the government will bail me out. I hope. Nothing wrong with working at Taco Bell. There's something wrong working at Taco Bell if you're 30 and you're not the manager of the place. I am being, I'm not just selling it. I am selling, but I'm being deadly serious. This was like a vaccination, like just the quickest shot. Like you'll sit there, you'll be an hour and a half later, like, oh, okay, I get it now. And you'll still have plenty of time for Saturday morning cartoons, if those exist anymore. Yes, Zero Genesis, new guys, 5 Canadian bucks. Hi, Cappy. Going to be in Salt Lake City area for a very brief period, 4 to 5 hours, coming down from Pocatello, Idaho. Any recommended sightseeing? Salt Lake City. And that's south? Hang on, let me. I know if you're willing to drive to Vernal, Utah, Dinosaur National Monument is worth it. And you do the Fish Creek hike, I believe it is. Come on. If Pocatello's where I believe it is, it's not that exciting. Okay, there you are, Salt Lake. There's Vernal. No, don't go to Pocatello. There's nothing. See, that's the south side of Idaho, which is pretty boring and flat. I would not do that. I'm looking at the map here. Okay, here I'll give you two options. How much time you got? Going to be in Salt Lake City area for a very brief period. Photo coming down from any recommended. No, 4 or 5 hours. You're not. If you're only in Salt Lake City 4 or 5 hours, here's what I'd recommend. You're coming from Pocatello. If I was in Pocatello, honestly, what I would do is I'd go over and see Grand Teton National Monument and Yellowstone. I wouldn't go down to Salt Lake. That's what I would do. Your time would be much better spent going more or less east and going to Grand Tetons. That's what I would do. If you are in Salt Lake and then you have 4 or 5 hours after that, guy, you see, you need to hike and drive. I would Grand Tetons. That's what I would do, and make it north end of Yellowstone. But if you had more time, I would go to Dinosaur National Monument in Vernal, Utah. I would absolutely do the tour. You'd hop on the bus to go look at the dinosaur fossils. And then I would do Fish Creek, which is on the north side. You got to kind of drive around. And then I hike Fish Creek down to the Yampa/Green River. I believe it's after the confluence. I believe it's now then officially the Green River after that. But yeah, if you had an extra day, I'd do it that way. Just make sure to wash yourself of your Canadian germs before you cross into our great country of welfare bums and poverty. All right, that's it. See you guys. So the link is below. All right, there you go. See you guys later, Toodles. Have a good weekend. Oh, wait, hang on. Pocatello is for work. Yeah, I do Grand Tetons. It's not Salt Lake City is there. It's just a big city. I mean, it's all right, but it ain't the Grand Tetons of Yellowstone. I do Yellowstone. All right, now I'll see you guys later. Toodles.